What is up, everybody? Welcome to Repair Sprout YouTube channel, and in today's SEO for restoration companies video, we're going to show you how to rank your restoration website first on Google. We'll walk you step by step throughout the process and show you all the do's and don'ts you need to know. As always, we'll keep this video on point without any bluffing so that you can learn everything quickly and immediately apply the knowledge once we're done. Now, before we jump in, I want to let you know that if you take a look at the very top of this video's description, you will find a few links. The first link will be for a free website audit that we offer. It will take you to a page on our website where you can sign up for a free website audit. And what we will do is we'll analyze your website's current SEO and find opportunities for you to grow your website traffic and get more leads with SEO. Again, everything will be absolutely for free. The next link will be for our Facebook group. We have set up a Facebook group specifically for business owners in the restoration industry to learn marketing for free. SEO, Google Ads, whatever. You can join that group if you're interested in learning digital marketing. The group is again specifically for restoration companies. And the last link will be in case you want to take things a little bit further. You can schedule a free consultation call with us by clicking the third link in the description of this video. It will take you to a page where you can sign up for a free consultation call. All right, with that out of the way, let's dive right into the presentation. All right, so why do SEO? Well, one and only reason: free leads. Once you rank on the first page of Google, that's what's meant by ranking. Not ranking on any page, but the first page, you'll start getting free leads for a very long time. Right? Nobody clicks on the second page of Google, right? Nobody goes to the second page of Google to find an answer when there is an answer already on the first page. And usually the best answers are on the very first page of Google. We'll get into that in just a minute. But the reason why I want to invest into SEO is, although you won't see results overnight, it will probably take you months, and it depends really on the competitiveness of your area and where you're located, how many competitors you have, but you will not see results in most cases right away. But if you do manage to rank, you will be getting free leads from Google by basically having people there are people on Google every month searching for your services, right? And the way you will consistently generate leads is by showing up right in front of them. And the way to do that is by leveraging SEO, of course. There are other ways like paid advertising, but we're not going to get into that in this video. We're just going to cover SEO and ranking for inorganic search results. So, also, most local businesses don't know how to do SEO properly. That's just the case. And you can take advantage of this and actually invest some time and money into it to beat that other local businesses. So here's some interesting SEO stats. Google accounts for 70% of all global search traffic. I think the second one is Bing, but Google is definitely number one, and by far. Next is that almost 70% of search traffic goes to first 5 organic search results. Yeah, 70% of all search traffic. The first 5 organic search results are first 5 websites that show up, in the top 10 normal search results. And the most interesting I found here is that only 0.8% of search traffic clicks on the second page of Google. So it's not like nobody clicks on the second page, but very, very small percent. And lastly, 70% of marketers see SEO as more effective than PPC. This is debatable, of course, but this is just one study, according to one study from DataBox. Of course, both have their own benefits and drawbacks, but since we're going to talk about SEO today, we're of course going to mention some benefits of SEO compared to PPC. And that's, the number one benefit is, free leads. But the con is that it takes more time. All right, so how to get started? Understand what people are searching for. That's the number one thing you need to do. Use Google Auto Suggest for some ideas. We can just go in and type the keyword that you're interested in ranking for, and then Google is going to auto suggest some searches that you can optimize for. Of course, if you're in Dallas, you don't want to optimize for Houston, but it's just a generic search term that I've entered. Of course, you want to niche it down a little bit, so you maybe want to type water damage restoration Dallas and see what pops up for that. it's important that you do a research instead of guessing, right? Because if you guess, you will never, you may like be lucky and guess some keywords that people are searching for, but you don't want to optimize for things that people are not searching for. All right. Now here's some keyword tools that can help you out besides Google's auto suggest. There's also Google's keyword planner. This is a tool that you get by signing up for Google Ads. Of course, you don't have to run ads to use Google Keyword Planner, but you can sign up for a Google Ads account, open it up, and start using Google Keyword Planner to find keywords that people are searching for in your area. But the thing with local SEO is that most tools will show that there's no search volume for particular keywords, especially if the area is not really competitive. Of course, in bigger metro areas like, for example, Miami or Dallas, there's going to be some search volume being shown to you. But in smaller locations, probably not. But it's important to know that there are always going to be people needing restoration services, repair services. People are always going to have these kinds of problems, and regardless of the place they live in. And that's why I wanted to mention this. Of course, you can buy a tool like Keywords Everywhere, and this will help you out with your research a little bit more. The best tool overall, of course, this depends on who you ask, but in my opinion, this is Ahrefs. But it's expensive, and in most local businesses don't really need this tool because it's for more advanced marketers. And if you're just in a small local area and want to rank for some keywords, you probably don't need Ahrefs. But if you want to check it out, you can do so. We'll have a video specifically about keyword research. So make sure to hit the subscribe button in case you want to learn more about keyword research once we upload that video. All right, so before we proceed, you need to understand how Google works. It's all about user experience. Google wants to show the best answer to the user once they search for a particular term. So they want to rank the best answer to the search query all the time. Provide the user with the best answer to their query. The more you help Google achieve their primary goal, the better off you will be. All right, so it's all about user experience. So Google wants people to have the best possible experience on their platform, and a good way to do that is by ranking websites that also provide great user experience. And one of the best ways to do that is to provide people with what they want to basically find, and to be the best at it. So here's a tip here that will prepare you for the remainder of the video. It's about risk tolerance. So how far will take your SEO campaigns depends on your risk tolerance level. In SEO, there are certain things you can do that, if caught by Google, can get your website banned. We will get into those things later on, but just know that there are things you can do, and there are things that your competitors may already be doing that carry a certain amount of risk. But just note that if your risk tolerance level, if you're comfortable with taking risks, there are certain things you can do to speed up the ranking process a little bit. Okay? And we will get into them in just a minute. But let's talk about the site structure. So once you have your keywords ready, it's important that you structure your website in the best way. And again, this brings back to the user experience. If your website is structured in the right way, people will find what they want to find more easily. So a home page, of course, you probably have this already, but you want to also have a page for each of your services. So as you can see on this website, there's a page for pretty much everything that people might be searching for when it comes to mold services, mold inspection, testing, mold remediation, and stuff like that. So you want to make pages for all types of customers you serve as well. So as you can see, there's a page for commercial mold removal on the site as well. So residential and commercial. And you also may, this depends on you specifically, so you may serve a specific type of customer as well. You want to make, this depends on your specific business, but just know that this will also help as well. Third thing is content. So that's the third step. So once you structure your website the right way, you need to add content to those pages, right? So everything revolves around content. Content is a big ingredient to the good user experience. And you want to tell people what they want to find, pretty much. So, of course, you want to add content on your page that will sell your service. So, reviews, testimonials, and you want to also add a little bit of a sales copy that will sell people onto your service and brand and company. But you also want to help people out a little bit, and you can do so by adding an element like this. So you can add questions people are mostly asking about a specific service or specific topic, and you also want to add a little bit, minimum of 500 words per page. Use keyword research the same way you perform keyword research for services. You can also perform keyword research to find people's questions and add them to the site, or you can just use questions people are asking you over the phone when you're speaking to potential clients. And you can use a tool like Answer the Public as well to find people's questions easily. You can find what people want to compare, what people want to buy as well, etc. So when entering multi-mediation, this is what I got. How much can multi-mediation cost? Can you do multi-mediation yourself and all that stuff? So Answer the Public, another great tool you can use. It's also free. Okay, quick break. In case you like what you see so far, hit the like and subscribe button. It helps us see that these videos are in demand, and therefore it will motivate us to keep producing more of them. Also, in case you need any help with SEO, with keyword research, all of that stuff, make sure to schedule a free consultation call with us. If you don't want to do that, you can just join our Facebook group and ask whatever questions you might be having, and we will get it back to you as soon as possible. The links for both of these things will be in the description of this video, as I've already mentioned. All right, so let's proceed. Part 4 of this video will be about important factors for ranking your website. So let's cover each of these individually. So SSL. Having an SSL means that your site is secure. So an SSL certificate is when you go to a site, you will see that the site has an SSL certificate by having a little padlock over here at the top. So an SSL is a very important ranking factor. And it's also very easy to install. But why is it important ranking factor? Is because it shows people that their site is secure, and also it shows search engines that their site is secure, and security is a big factor in user experience. Also, it will prevent annoying, not secure messages from browsers when people are landing on your site. So if you've probably seen some of those throughout your internet browsing, right? So if you don't have an SSL certificate, you need to install it right now. It's very easy. Some hosting companies, depends on your specific hosting company, but a lot of hosting companies offer free SSL certificates. So, but in case you don't have that option, it's usually pretty cheap. So make sure you get one. If you're struggling, just reach out to your hosting provider. Next is mobile-friendly design. If your website isn't mobile-friendly, then you're in a big trouble, because over 80% of internet traffic is coming from mobile phones. To build out a mobile responsive website, use a responsive page builder. Wix, Squarespace, WordPress, specifically Elementor for WordPress. Right, so mobile-friendly website will always have an edge over sites that aren't optimized, aren't responsive. Basically, because people on mobile phones will just click off your website if they can't navigate it from their device. Makes sense, right? You will do the same. So make sure that your website is mobile friendly. Next is speed. So Google favors fast websites. Test your website speed using Google's Page Speed Insights tool. Just Google this, and you can opt. This is a little bit complicated to. It's a little bit complicated to speed up your website if you have no technical know-how. This includes things like optimizing your images, minifying your site's code files, and using a content delivery network. So in case you really don't want to touch this stuff, you better talk with somebody who knows a little bit about this, right? But in summary, these are some of the best speed optimization practices. Internal and external linking. Internal links are links between your website's pages, right? Makes sense. So external links are links between two different websites' pages. An external link pointing to your website is called a backlink. If you want a page to rank high on Google, you want as many internal links and backlinks pointing to it. Internal links are easy to set up. You have total control of them. So all you have to do is just link to a specific page from another page on your website. Now, backlinks is a little bit harder to get. Now, let's get into how to build backlinks. So here's some of the lower risk link building methods, and then we'll move into higher risk link building methods. So here's what I've talked about a few minutes ago when it comes to things that can get you banned by Google. And those things are mostly about link building. So links are backlinks actually are one of the biggest, if not the biggest, ranking factors on Google. So you want links. That's the main point. But how you get them totally depends on you and your risk tolerance level. So lower risk link building methods are citations. These are not really backlinks. These are more of a mention. So citations are basically listings on directory sites, and you can these are pretty easy to set up. They just take a little bit of time. Of course, you can outsource this process. These are basically directory listings like on sites on sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages and stuff like that. So those directories, and of course directories are relevant to your industry and your location. Next are guest posting and niche edits through outreach. So guest post is a post on other blog. A niche edit is link insertion to an existing article on other people's blogs. So guest posting and niche edits done via outreach are perfectly safe. It's just that many people ask you for money when you're doing this. So this moves into the medium risk link building. But we'll get into that in just a second. So let's first cover resource and broken link building. So resource link building is providing your website as a resource. So you have a lot of websites that have like resources or links pages, right? And on those pages, they'll link to other resources that are useful to their users. So you can find these that are relevant to your business and even location, and you can outreach to them and ask them to link to your website as a resource. But just make sure that your website has some valuable resources, like for example some articles, right? Broken link building is similar. So you'll find websites that link to that have basically broken links, and you want to outreach to them and ask them to link to your website instead of a website, instead to replace the broken link they have on their site. Just make sure they're relevant, of course. An expert roundup is basically reaching out to other people from your industry and asking them to contribute to basically provide you with some content for an article that you will publish on your website, and then link to all the others resources that you have used. So for example, maybe you can reach out to 20 experts in the water damage restoration industry about a specific topic you're writing about on your website, and then link to all of those 20 experts' websites, right? So, and in a lot of cases, they will link back to your article they have been featured in, and they will share on social media that they have been featured in an article. And you will, of course, want to ask them to do this. And last is Hero, help a reporter out. This is a service offered by Cision. So you can go to a website called helpareporter.com, and you can sign up as a source, and you can basically respond to other people conducting a roundup. So an expert roundup, in your case, you would be conducting a roundup, and you can also join other roundups and participate in them. And journalists looking for content will basically send you queries you can respond to, and if you get featured, they will link to your site. Moving on to medium risk link building, so guest posting and niche edits, but you're paying for them. So Google is against paid links, but a lot of webmasters and blog owners, when getting asked for guest posts and niche edits, will in return ask for money. And what you want to do in that case, it really depends on you and your risk tolerance level. Again, just note that Google is against paid links. Lastly, PBNs and free on redirects. These are pretty high risk. Of course, PBNs stand for private blog networks. So these are just websites that you have set up specifically for linking to another website, your main money website, right? Free on redirects are pretty similar. Instead of just setting up another website, you're just redirecting the entire domain to your website or a page on your website. All right. So those have been link building methods. These are low risk link building methods, and these carry some level of risk, with them. So what you want to do, of course, you can set up 100 websites to link to your website to speed up the process, but that's pretty high risk, and if you get caught, your website will be banned, and you will have very, very low chance of recovering, if not no chance at all from for recovering your website and ranking it for your main terms. So what you want to do in this case, again, it depends on you. Duplicate content, pretty simple. Do not copy paste content from your pages or from other websites. If you have two pages that talk about the same topic, figure out the more valuable page of those two and add a canonical to the other. You can find out what a canonical is, just Google it. It takes a second to add it to your page, and yeah, do not use duplicate content pretty much. Regular updates, update your website regularly. This can be once every 2 weeks, once a month. Just make sure you're updating your website regularly. And lastly, Google My Business. Create a good GMB listing. Google My Business GMB for short. Fill out all the fields, answer all questions, and be active on your profile. Add images and collect reviews. So Google My Business will basically show, by having a Google My Business profile that is verified, will basically show Google that that the website connected to that profile is a website coming from a real business. So it really helps out with rankings for both the listing, because listings also show in the search results. As you can see, when you search for this term or for any other local term, Google My Business listings also show up. So having a Google My Business listing that is verified, has reviews and all that stuff, that is being active, will help the rankings of both the listing and the website associated with that listing. And final point, be patient. For new websites, it can take 3 to 6 months. In very competitive areas, even more, maybe even 12 months for a website to rank. So yeah, be patient. Just make sure that you just want to have with consistent effort and regular updates, you will see results. To keep that in mind, note that most people aren't patient and therefore will quit very, very quickly. So yeah, that is the case. People aren't patient. And if you are patient, and if you take consistent action, regularly update your site, you'll build links, you add content, it will pay off. You just need to be patient. That's it. So here's another ninja tip before we end this video. So use both PPC and SEO to improve rankings. PPC is basically Google Ads, paid Google Ads. So PPC will not only provide you with quick conversions and quick leads, but it will also send traffic to your website, which will send user signals to Google. So if Google sees that traffic that you're sending to your website is having a good user experience, they will also, that's also a ranking factor. That if people are, basically traffic is a big ranking factor as well. So yeah, if you have the budget, you should also consider PPC. Of course, we'll have the videos for PPC as well, so make sure you subscribe to stay notified of that upload. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this video. Hope it was helpful to you. If you need more help, make sure to check out our website and schedule a consultation call. Every version of this content will be available in the description as well. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.